Did it fall off? There. 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 I guess I should clap, right? Clapping is fundamental to the identity of Pewdiepie. And today we are emulating Pewdiepie. I'm surrounded by U.S. flags. Welcome to the Shakaama live show with your host, Shakaama. I am the voice of a new generation. A voice of, I feel so fat right now. A voice of memes and troll lords. You may not know me, but I am the biggest troll that ever was, because I've spoken leet speak forever. This phone is terrible. Here we go. All right. Okay, maybe okay, so we're gonna do jokes, music, comedy, situational comedy. Oh. And I have an advertisement. Oh, okay. That's cool. And tutorials, all in one live stream. So let's get right to it. 10 cool points if you can identify everything on my head today, and where it's from, and who does it, and so forth and so on. And there will be costume changes. Funny thing happened today. On my way to my doctor for a checkup, and my street empties into a large highway street, right? And so, of course, because this is 2018, they do not have a crosswalk there at all. At all. Which I guess is on purpose, because of course I walk across the street and get halfway across, and of course the traffic's coming the other way, and so I can't keep walking across the street, so I'm stuck at the median, and so now both traffic is, because this traffic doesn't stop, and so I'm standing there on my way to the doctor. And, of course, the police goes, brother! Brother! Okay, so that happened. And so I get to the doctor, and the doctor says, let's check your blood pressure. Why is your blood pressure 180? I said, I know exactly why my blood pressure is 180. So some police, three rows behind me, honked at me, which sounded like the battle horn of Gabriel. Who's the one with the horn? No, it's not a Jason mask. There you are, Graphite 923. Here I am. What happened? I thought there were 2 likes, and somebody keeps unliking me. What happens? But I also hadn't taken my blood pressure medication, and so that's a funny story, right? And then I got to see the hot nurse. Uh, she, she, she's not hot. She's fashionable. So, which is kind of was my first introduction to girls. So I used to model. So my first really introduction to girls were models. So, the trim woman who acts like a woman, who looks like a woman, who sounds like a woman, and who dresses like a woman. And then there was a new one in there today, a doctor. So I go to a place where all the women are supermodels. So we got a new one in there. Same thing. It looks like a elf. She got the long hair. She's about this big. Why do I have a pink pin? I don't know. It's a highlighter, right? Okay. And I was like, oh wow. And then up front, we have the 6'4" in heels, black supermodel, administrator girl. I don't know what's going on, but I belong to a medical clinic that apparently hires supermodels. I know. Even my doctor was. He's just busting out of his suit like that. I was like, he goes, and you make sure you got to work out. I go, apparently you work out. He goes, oh, I work out a little bit. I'm like, dude, your suit doesn't even fit, which I need to talk to you about because I used to be in men's tailored clothing. So, and I gained 3 pounds. So that was depressing. I don't know why I'm gaining 3 pounds. So I got some jokes for you all. And did I stick my leather thing in the soup? No. Okay. That wasn't a joke. That's for real. Oh, I have an announcement to make. You know how my channel's dying? It's dead. According to YouTube, only 12 of you have subscribed to me. This is after deleting and deleting and deleting and deleting and deleting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. Oh, I should show you. That would be great, right? Yeah, I have some plants. I wanted to have a nice background since people complained about me not having a nice background because they pay so much to watch my videos. I want to complain about free stuff. Oh, I'm a millennial. I have to complain about all the free material that you give out, including stuff that you pay thousands of dollars to learn. I need to complain. That's exactly how it comes across to me. Okay, what are we doing here? Go like that. Here we go. So according to Google, no, that's right in that. This is how it looks. Never in my entire history of YouTube has my subscription ever looked like that. So literally, they're saying that hundreds of people are just unsubscribing to me. Okay, don't. don't get your panties in a twirl there for a second there. This is a lie. This is Google doing this. People don't unsubscribe. Even when I ask them, even when I beg them, they don't unsubscribe. So, according to Google, in the last 30 days, 12 people have of course, 12 people have subscribed to me in the last 30 days, right? That's impossible. That's completely impossible. So I thought there's something going on. Clearly there's something going on, right? Something is going on. I'm a pretty smart guy. I think you could tell by just the way I talk, I'm a pretty smart guy. I'm a pretty smart cookie. By the way, everybody watching, make sure you're subscribed. I'm a pretty smart cookie, right? I'm gonna get to Pewdiepie and T-Series in a second, and it's all tied in. It's all tied in because YouTube is not very smart, and the way they program their robots isn't very smart. So I thought, what could be possibly going on? What is it? What is it? I don't talk about controversial things, but left and right, I'm always been. Now I got haters. I have legitimately, I got haters. PewDiePie talks about he has haters. Markiplier, they talk about they have haters. Jacksepticeye, he talks about. No, I have legitimate haters, actual haters, who work for YouTube. I have haters who work for YouTube. I mean, I have real haters. I have an entire channel of 100,000 people who all hate me. Because I'm the bad guy, because somebody else did something to me. Somebody stole my material, and then when I told them to take it down, and they didn't, I told Google to take it down for me. They hate me because I told somebody to not steal my material. I'm the bad guy? Okay, so for the past 4 years, I have had an entire, 100,000 people completely hate me. At the very beginning, they did everything they possibly could to destroy my channel. This is all behind the scenes. So when the idiots come onto my channel and say, you're probably getting bad views because you just put out terrible material. No, idiot. I don't put out terrible material. I put out fantastic material. I put out material that people actually pay to advertise on my videos. They pay extra. So they pay on top of paying. If you want a 2-second advertising lesson, here we go, for free. You can go to Google and say, I want to advertise. And Google says, oh, fantastic. And Google says, okay. You can just put your advertise anywhere, and it costs 2 cents for 1,000 views. Okay, that's fantastic. Or you can say, I want to advertise my skateboard company to people who generally have indicated that they've ever watched a skateboard video. Okay, that's 4 cents for every 1,000 views. Or you can have the next package up, which is I want to advertise on skateboard channels. Okay, that jumps up to 20 cents for every 1,000 views. Oh, okay, there's the next package. The next package is the golden, platinum, silver, bronze, everything package. I want to advertise on people who are making videos right now who are talking about skateboards. Okay, that's $30 for every 1,000 views. Shakaama is a smart cookie. Shakaama makes videos that will pay him $30 every 1,000 views on every single video that he makes. Understand that PewDiePie does not do that. PewDiePie makes PewDiePie material. However, PewDiePie has millions and millions and millions and millions of views. So he doesn't have to do these tricks. I have to do these tricks. So I have to do these tricks because people don't watch me. That means that when I make more in 200 views than Markiplier makes in 1 million views. Then Jacksepticeye makes in 1 million views. Then Logan Paul makes in 1 million views. That's what I'm doing over here. In 200, I'll get 200 views and make $20. I'll get 200 views and make $40. Almost nobody on the platform does that. Why? Because I've made websites. I've done advertising. I have been a part of Google paying me for 10 years. Okay, so now, what's going on lately? So you saw it said 12 subscribers, right? Why is 12 subscribers important? 12 subscribers are important because there's like 5 computers. So the first computer says, aha, you've made a video. Let me check it. Oh, okay. You passed the first test, which is you're not talking about stuff that we don't want you to talk about, and we can therefore censor you. Goes on to the next computer. The next computer says, aha, you have made a video. Let me push it out to all of your subscribers. And all the people who have notification turned on. Because subscribers no longer means that you want to see the video. Why? Because of that whole marketing thing that I just talked to you about. You want to market to the people who really want to see the videos, so that they can charge the stuff that Shakaama makes, $40, $50, $60, $70, $80, $100 for 1,000 views. When I talk about insurance, I'm making $100 for 1,000 views. There you go. There's a secret that you probably will never hear, ever. Now, so what they did was they said, oh, subscriber is level 1. Notification sometimes is level 2. Notification always is level 3. So then they charge the people who pay for marketing premium charges for those videos where the people have said that they want to be notified all the time. It's all a part of the marketing. Okay, so what's going on with Shakaama? Why is he getting videos that make 80 views now? This is crazy. Well, you saw the subscriber thing, right? 12 subscribers in 30 days. It's a lie. 2,000 of you didn't unsubscribe. It's impossible. No matter how dumb you actually are, I'm here to tell you it's impossible that 2,000 of you all unsubscribed from me. So there must be something else going on. I feel like I'm one of those commercials, but wait, there's more. But I'm telling you, but wait, there's more. Due to the President of the United States and media outlets like CNN, Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, LinkedIn. I don't think Instagram is in on it. They have all pledged to do away with fake news. So now they have rolled into, for this holiday season, a crackdown on fake news. What does that mean? Anybody in their thing that they haven't signed a contract for millions and millions of dollars, they will try and censor or just out and out destroy. So I'm in the destroy category because I give out news, and I give out real news, actual news. I don't talk about other YouTube. I'm not Drama Alert. I'm not PewDiePie. I talk about actual news. And in the past, I have talked about actual news that conflicted with the going mainstream media news. No, I'm not talking about conspiracy. I'm not talking about alternative news. I'm talking about, I've been to law school. I was a diplomat. I have a degree in political science, so I know all the behind the scenes stuff, and I just rip off the Band-Aid and show you exactly everything that is going on behind the scenes. I'm a behind the scenes guy. They don't want you to know what's going on behind the scenes. And what's funny is I'm not on anybody's side. I will expose Fox News as much as I will expose CNN, and they do not like that. So from now on, we're no longer going to have any news. None. Zero. Because like I said, there's 5 computers. Computer number 3 says, when was the last time this guy uploaded a video? Why is that question important? Because then that will determine how much they will push my videos out to my subscribers. Oh, but my subscribers have already been completely kicked to the curb by computer number 2. So now when this next computer comes up, it says, we are going to either punish the YouTuber or we're going to reward the YouTuber. If he pushes out videos daily, we're going to reward him. If he has not pushed out a video on a regular basis, we are going to punish him. And we're going to punish him for like the next week. So I went to the hospital for a whole week. There was no activity from me for a whole week. I had no Wi-Fi. I had nothing to do in the hospital, right? So I'm being punished for that. I'm being punished for the fake news thing, and so forth and so on. And my friends on Facebook are all fake news people, or people that what's funny is they're leftists. They're actual Democrats. They're actually Democrats, but they don't go along with the PC stuff and all that sort of stuff. But they're Democrats. So even the Democrats don't like their own Democrats. They want one narrative and one narrative only. So this is what's going on with the channel. So you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. This is what's going on. They're cracking down on the fake news, and that's the news. That's the story of the day. That came out. Now, Facebook supposedly was cracking down on fake news, and then people came up and said, "Oh, wait a minute, Facebook. We done found out all sorts of nasty stuff that you have let go through, that you have actually been encouraging, Facebook." So now everybody's tightening their ship. Twitter is tightening its ship, kicking off people. YouTube is kicking off people, and let's not forget all the stuff that's going on in the EU with Article 13. And PewDiePie keeps talking about it, but I'm telling you, PewDiePie has to move. He talked about it in his latest video, and he mentioned it in the video before that. In the video before that, he talked exclusively about that in his Pew News thing. Now, I don't know if Pew News is going to be he's going to be silenced for Pew News, but you know he's a huge YouTuber, so I think if they tried to silence him, they wouldn't meet with. I don't think the advertisers would stand for that because the advertisers are not going to stand by while somebody gets millions and millions and millions of views. Who cares what he says? He gets millions and millions of views. Who cares what he says? And PewDiePie, I stand right behind you. I'm chanting, I'm cheering for you. I think you're fantastic. I think you're A-okay with me. And this is coming from a almost lawyer, almost psychologist, psychologist. Psychiatrist hands out meds. I don't hand out meds. I would never hand out meds. And speaking of psychiatrists, the idea of a psychiatrist is fantastic on paper. On paper, fantastic. Well, you know what psychiatrist is supposed to be doing? He's supposed to be testing people and getting blood samples, and then he sees what nutrients you're lacking and what brain chemicals that you're missing. And the idea is that you're supposed to then give the brain the chemicals that it's lacking, and poof, you've got a perfectly healthy, sane person. They don't do that. Why? Western medicine. They'd rather treat you than cure you. In the meantime, the people with the bad brain chemistry are doing all of the horrible stuff that goes on. Horrible stuff. All of the horrible stuff. All of that is brain chemistry. And psychiatrists are supposed to cure that. But they don't want to cure that. I mean, right? I told you I'm an almost psychiatrist, almost psychologist. Let's see here. Let's pick that up. There we go. Article 11 and then something about Article 9. Goatee series, no! What? I don't know what that is. Then we have people like Darnell Henderson, I've never seen that last name, who complains about the way I look. Hey, I look like this so people can make comments. My whole look, everything is so people can make comments, because comments are the name of the game. The fact that you are too dumb to understand that part is crazy. Why do I wear these glasses? It actually has a functional use cosmetically, but also it generates comments. I have glasses with no lens in them. Generates comments every single video. Now, a lot of you are older and you also don't know number 3. This is fashion in a lot of places. Ta-da! Surprise! Yeah, the guy who the guy who was a designer too at one point for 2 seconds. What happened? What happened? Wouldn't know fashion? Doesn't know fashion? I have interior design my background like what, 15 times, 15 different ways, and I spent no money. I had nothing back here. Then I had the looking like an Apple commercial. Then I started putting stuff back here. Then put food. I put cakes back here, cakes and cookies back at me for you all to comment on. Then I put bananas for you all to comment on. Then I put MREs and dry goods back here for you all to comment on. You all think I'm stupid, which is crazy because you're doing exactly what I want you to do. Leave comments. How come you all didn't pick up on that? Next, I'm gonna put light bulbs behind me. Nothing but a whole bunch of. You'll see all the light bulbs that I have. Did I eat all the cookies? No, I'm looking at them right now. Of course, they're already stale. Well, they're stale-ish. So, of course, there's a method to my madness, and it's not madness; it's genius. And then I show my dog when things are lagging, and nobody's commenting on my new flag, my new old flag. And so my tattered flag, which I think is this is an art piece. I think it's fantastic. I'm gonna hang it up there, and it'll be sort of permanent. But yeah, I have an eye for stuff. Yes, I do psyops. I also know neuro-linguistic programming, NLP. And you all think I'm dumb. This petered out. I was going to show this. Maybe I should put this up and do my whole Indian thing so I get that nice T-series boost. And or I should bust this out, but I don't have a computer, so that's more cameras that I have. And if I had a computer, I'm only speaking to you all now because of the generosity of donations I had. I'm stupid. I'm really, really, really bad with money. Personally, I'm bad with money. I have a slight addiction to shopping, and I don't mean shopping for like clothes or nothing like that. I buy expensive food, which is really crazy because when I was growing up, I hated spending money on food. Hated it. I thought it was the worst possible thing that you could buy in the history of buying food. Tim Drake looks dirty. Yeah. The cover that's been sitting there for 2 years, yeah, it is dirty. What you all don't know is when I stand up, I get dizzy. What you all don't know is I don't eat for 20 hours in a day. Just naturally, I don't eat 20 hours in a day. So I'm about to pass out. I just went to the doctor and I had 180 blood pressure. They were seriously thinking of sending me back to the hospital. So I know I look like very lively, I'm joking around, but you're seeing an undead vampire blood god. That's what I am. When I turn off the camera, I am literally almost dead. Me walking to my bedroom is about as much as I can muster. Nothing in here is clean because I can't stand up for more than 2 minutes. So, you all keep looking through the world through your eyes, and you don't understand that you're looking at a guy who's half dead. I was taught to never show weakness. And I was also taught never to talk about weakness. But you all don't seem to understand. You all don't get it. I'm not healthy. I'm barely alive. And you all complain about stuff that somebody who probably runs marathons every other day would be ashamed of. I can barely walk. I can't stand up for more than 15 minutes. I am literally a walking corpse. They're keeping me together through meds. If you went to my bedroom, you would see bottles and bottles of aspirins and medications and vitamins and everything. And you all keep complaining, which my doctor says, don't listen to that sort of stuff. Make sure you're not even surrounded by this. No negativity, no drama. So when you all say, oh, you're dirty. Oh my God, look at your hair. Oh my, shut up. It's free. Everything you're watching is free. You have zero input into it. When it's free, you don't get a say. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. I'm sitting here almost dead, and you all are complaining that I haven't dusted. Go screw yourself. My mother calls me, what are you going to do for Thanksgiving? What do you mean, what am I going to do for Thanksgiving? I'm going to sit here and take my medication and hope nothing goes wrong. I have a bad heart. I'm going to the cardiologist on the 6th. I told my mother, I need you to drive me there, and I need you to go in with me. Because if something goes wrong, I want you there. Hello, idiot. Put away your... I don't know what is wrong with her. She's the most uncaring person in the planet. And I said, look, here's where it is. Your son is dying, you idiot. She keeps talking about, oh, you should do this, and you should do this for me, and you should do this for me. When I had my money, I bought dinner all the time. She likes this restaurant up the street. So I bought, she would call me and say, I'm coming over. I want to go to the restaurant, and I would pay for her, and she would bring friends. And I would foot the bill for all of these people on my money. She's got 5 businesses. She's a realtor, a broker, a candlestick maker. She's a notary. She's a this, she's a that. And I'm paying for her $100 meals. And I said, look, you're taking me to the cardiologist, and I want you to be there. If you don't care, how about you be there to bear witness to what's going to happen, and then you tell the family if something goes wrong. This is what I have to put up with. So please keep your stupid comments about, I don't like the way you look. Shut the hell up. You don't have to look at me. You don't have to be subscribed to me. Oh, by the way, the credit repair series is canceled. 100 people isn't worth my time to do it. 100 people isn't worth 100 people isn't worth me waking up. How about that? It's not the exercise, it's not the diet. I'm black. If you don't understand that, you don't know anything about high blood pressure. If you don't understand that, you don't know anything about high blood pressure. Pull up the American Heart Association page. It's right in there, in black and white. Number one, people who do blah, 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 blah. Number two, being African American. That's it. There's no mystery to it. Just being African American is the number two cause of high blood pressure. Being African American. Now, you can argue all sorts of what do you think that's not logical or what. However, the medical community has millions of people walking through their door. Number two cause of high blood pressure, being African American. And I want to throw in there man, because I don't think African American women suffer and die like African American men. Why? Because you're the source of the stress that kills off African American men anyway. Because you're shiftless and trifling. No, I don't think being African American, high blood pressure is. I think it's any African in the Northern Hemisphere. I researched and found that in Europe, they have the same thing. Africans in Europe suffer the same exact thing. Africans in Asia suffer the same exact thing. We're not supposed to be in the Northern Hemisphere. And then I even made a video talking about where do white people come from. And in that, we went through anthropological data and discoveries that said that Europeans were, of course, African. And then they intermingled with this very light-skinned tribe who also had the benefit of processing cow milk and cow protein and cow sugar. So that light skin swept across Europe and Asia and Middle East. And this is why Europeans survive and thrive in the Northern Hemisphere. And this is exactly why Africans do not thrive and do not survive in the Northern Hemisphere. Below the Tropic of Cancer, they're fine. Above it, they're not. I think that's correct. So years ago, I had my blood pressure taken, and the doctor balled himself up into a ball and sat in the corner and meekly said, "You have high blood pressure because you're African American." And this was, I had like 125 over whatever. He said, "I'm already predicting this. I'm already predicting this." You think this whiteness comes from old age? It comes from stress. Other parts of my body with hair on it goes brown and then white and then brown and then white and then brown and then white. I don't know why. No, I'm not going to do the credit repair series. Nobody watched it. There's no reason to do a whole series of nobody watching something. Doesn't make sense. That's bad business. Okay, let's talk about let's do some jokes. Let's do some jokes. Is it psychologically damaging to do the airplane game when you're feeding vegetables to your children? Do you think that they will then develop a psychosis about airplanes? Discuss. And if you don't understand me, I'm talking about you're feeding the kid, You know, and you're going, oh, okay, Johnny, here comes the airplane. And it's horrible tasting vegetables, and the kid goes like this. So do you think they psychologically equate airplanes to bad tasting food, and therefore when they see airplanes, they What are you doing? No! Oh, Jesus. Darnell. Thank you, Darnell. First of all, thank you. Can everybody tell Darnell where he should donate? Can everybody explain to Darnell how much of that $50 I'll get? Do you want to go play outside? Are you going to come back in here with looking like a raccoon? I came home from the doctor, the physical therapist, which I exercise 3 times a week. And Anubis looked like this, just raccoon dirt just all around his. I said, you apparently have been digging into something. Super check takes 50% off the top. Then it gets sent to my bank, which takes another 5%. My bank says up to $20. I have, my family is a strict dividing line between married and single. If you're married, the single people are told, do not speak to the married people. Okay, what happened now? I watched it, but they put a guy with like 550 videos at the same topic in the advertising section. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I saw that. And was it like a 30-minute? Yeah, Super Chat takes 50% right off the top. Then it goes to my bank. It goes to PayPal. And PayPal takes another 5%. 5% up to $20. Whichever is more. So I think you can cancel it. I think you can cancel it. You have my permission to cancel it. And if you try and donate to paypal.me/Shakaama. Well, this guy, another YouTuber, subjected himself. He did a live stream where he was sleeping with his fiance, and here was the draw. When you donated money to him, if you donated $5, you could type out a sentence. You could type out something, and the Alexa lady would speak whatever you typed out. So people would donate $5, and Alexa would go at, you know, like 100 times, because it's by characters. Or if you donated $20, it will play whatever you wanted to play. So the people would put in maximized music all the way up, blaring. So he then made a video showing what he went through. You know, so he's laying there, and then all of a sudden, blah, da, 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 you know, it's just music, crazy music, right? Now, here's the deal. He was given $5,200. He said he walked away with about $2,000 because all of it was cut in half, and then when they transfer it, they charge you a transfer fee, and then by the time you actually get the money, it's not that much. So they make money off of money. They make money off of taking your money, which was not the original plan of YouTube. The original plan of YouTube itself was they'll host for free, and then if you make a video and they put advertising on the video, they get 40% of the advertising and you get 60%. This is why I say, and everybody says, don't do networks. Don't join networks. Because if you join a network, the network will take a cut. So YouTube takes 40% for the advertising. The network will take 30%. So people were getting like pennies by joining the network. Now, when you're at PewDiePie's level, PewDiePie was on a network which was bought out by Disney later, but he only got 1% taken out by the network. Why? Because he brought in millions and millions and millions and millions of views and millions of dollars. So they were very happy to have him at first. When they started churning the numbers, they found out that they were losing money on him and other big YouTubers like him. And if you want to hear the story, tell me if you want to hear the story about why the adpocalypse actually happened, if you understand. If you understand. Golden Eagle, why are you so, what is wrong with you? Why are you so mad today? You're so angry. If I say something, you shrug it off and keep it moving. Okay, so okay. So Disney bought PewDiePie's network, and Disney also produced the PewDiePie YouTube Red series Scare PewDiePie. The whole point of that was that PewDiePie screams when he gets scared, so people love that reaction, so they love to watch PewDiePie get scared. So they made a whole series, YouTube series called Scare PewDiePie, and Disney produced it. Now, people kept saying, Disney, are you sure you want PewDiePie? Because PewDiePie curses. As much as he does stuff for children, he curses. And for some parents, cursing is not allowed in their house, so they think nobody should ever curse in front of their children. I don't have children, so I don't have a say in what you want to do. However, that being said, children curse all day long at school. My friend and I were walking down the sidewalk one day, and school was being let out, and these 6th graders were just saying the filthy, filthy, McNasty, filthy, filthy, and me and my friend looked at each other and were like, what is going on? These children are out the... This is crazy. And then we said something that said, what? Filthy, filthy, filthy? How dare you, filthy, filthy, McNasty, nasty, filthy? Well, we're like, okay, let's just. Okay, so people were saying, Disney, why are you contracting with PewDiePie? He curses. Okay, so that's strike one, right? Uh, when the uh, when the network did the homework and did the math, they discovered that having PewDiePie and Markiplier and Jacksepticeye and Captain Sparkles and all these big YouTubers that bring in millions, but they only get 1%, was costing them more to have them on their records than to not. Why? Because they could go and get a whole bunch, millions, millions and millions of people create accounts for YouTube like every minute, right? Millions and millions of people, right? And so they could go to these tiny YouTubers who have no views, and but they are making some money from YouTube. Let's say they make $100. You have to make $100. So they're making $100 from YouTube that they actually are getting. So YouTube cuts a check. Once you make $100, YouTube cuts a check, or Google cuts a check. I get paid by Google, not YouTube. So once you make that $100, then you're eligible to get a paycheck. Okay, so these networks then go out to all of these millions and millions and millions of tiny YouTubers, and they take 30 to 40 to 50 to 60% of their money and turn around and don't do anything for them. If they call in, nobody answers the phone. If they're looking for help, if they get a copy strike, nobody helps. Nothing. So literally, they could rake in millions of dollars doing absolutely nothing with the smaller YouTubers. So Disney kicked out PewDiePie, kicked out the other big YouTubers. PewDiePie got the headline. PewDiePie was let go by Maker Studios. PewDiePie was let go by Disney. Well, when you didn't go behind the scenes, you find out that 1,000 other big YouTubers were also let go and severed ties with Disney. And that led the media, of course, then to say, oh, this is going on. PewDiePie's a terrible person, and PewDiePie did this, and PewDiePie did that. And so the media, of course, only reports horrible stuff. And so then the media, did this witch hunt for PewDiePie and then scared all of the advertisers. Come to find out, one of the part of the internet is that people with some expertise, probably a lot more expertise than a lot of the people who actually work for the government or work at newspapers, actually then discovered that the media was also then photoshopping stuff to make it look like YouTube was having videos with super crazy people advertising on or advertising on super crazy people's channel, which it was not happening. It was all photoshopped. So then all the advertisers got scared and said that they were going to pull out. They didn't pull out. They did not pull out. It was all a lie. In fact, absolutely nothing changed. However, because why are you going to pull out when you have people on YouTube getting millions of views? You don't get millions of views from television, which is completely being destroyed. Not because of anything, but because the internet is so much better. The internet, you can just type in, I want to watch dog videos. Click, boom, you got dog videos. You can't do that on TV. TV, Guiding Light comes on at 10 o'clock. Bold and the Beautiful comes on at 11 o'clock. The news is at 12 o'clock. The Walking Dead comes on at 7 o'clock. That's it. Netflix is a little bit better because if you want to watch House of Cards and you want to sit there and watch all House of Cards, you can sit and watch all House of Cards. And they will produce everything for the entire season. Then you have to wait for the next season, but you got to watch a whole season at once on your demand. People want on demand, right? That's what they want. Okay. I'll say this: if the $50 was for the credit repair series, I'll do that. So the media created the adpocalypse because the media is also dying. The mainstream media it's categorically it's already any accountant who would walk in and then look at the books would say, how are you still open? CNN, how are you still open? CNN should literally have no advertisers on it because it has zero, almost zero, just infinitesimally small ratings. You have to look at all 24 hours. Now, people will say, oh, they're still getting ratings at 6 o'clock. That's at 6 o'clock. What are they getting at 9 a.m.? What does MSNBC get if something actually is happening, a holiday or some sporting events? MSNBC goes dark almost from ratings, zero ratings. And Bloomberg and all these other people. They're going out of business, or they should already be out of business. And it's simply because it's a 24-hour service that you and it's news. You can't create news 24 hours a day. I just like telling the truth. That's all I'm about. I don't hate anybody. I don't like anybody. I've never known love. My parents have never loved me. They don't love me. There is no such. It doesn't even enter into their thinking, or my mother's thinking. My father's dead. It doesn't enter into my mother's thinking. It doesn't cross her. Although she's this big Christian. Oh, she's this big Christian. She has zero love for her only son. So then the rest of the family who are super religious takes note and say, I don't know what she is. She's not a Christian. But then we were talking in the car the other day, and her friend was in the car, who she said was super fun. She wanted to introduce me to. She was super fun. This woman was this big. I don't care whose definition you are looking at for super fine. If you are this big, that is not super fine. That's not. And she's like, oh, she's got hips for days. She doesn't have hips for days. She's fat. Anyway, so this super fine woman, whose entire body is touching the dashboard while she's sitting there. And she's got the nerve to have on fake eyelashes about that long and like an inch thick. I don't know what that's about. Anyway, she was telling a story. I don't know if this story is repeatable on YouTube, but the woman went to the church and to change her lifestyle over from liking women to get married and all that sort of stuff. So okay. They pray, and she changed her lifestyle. She's gonna find herself a man, and then so then the church people invite her over to a special prayer meeting, and they did stuff to her. Yes, yes, Gold Eagle. So they did stuff to her. Church. And then I said, see? I said, see? And my mother said, not all churches are like you know the defense that not all women are like this, not all men are like this, not all children are like this, not all horses are like this, not all companies are like this, not all corporations are like this. And I said, I don't think you understand, mother. I'm a YouTuber. I concentrate on stories from around the country. And I hear this all the time. She said, I never heard this. I said, you're not paying attention. You only hear what you want to hear. Richard Grannon. Okay, more jokes. We're supposed to be joking, and then later on, I'm gonna bust out the guitar, and we'll sing and dance. Oh, do you all want me to live stream tomorrow? What do I mean by they did stuff to her? She went into the place. They put her on a table and said they're going to pray for her. And they did stuff to her instead. Criminal stuff. Let's just say they victimized her. Church people, I present to you church people. I don't need help. I'm not crazy. Yeah, when I heard what they did, I was like, oh wow, that's a new one. Wow. Women and men. Crazy. Y'all want to hear some other crazy stories? There was a court case where a woman sued the telephone company, cell phone company. All right, why is she suing the cell phone company? She took her cell phone and got it stuck inside of her, and they awarded her $1.2 million. I don't know how. I have no idea. Words escape me as to try and find the logic. Yes, Gold Eagle. Oh, I'm over 30 years old now. Nothing my mother does is permanent or whatever. But wait, there's another story with similar facts to it. A wife sued her husband. I think that's the relationship. A wife sued her husband. So they were engaging in wifely husbandly duties, and the husband bowed down and apparently, I don't know how this is possible, got stuck in her, where they had to, I guess, go to the hospital and get become unstuck. She sued him, and they awarded her $1.7 million. In today's society, wife and husband are no longer a single entity. So women have declared that they are now completely separate from their husbands. So they are then open. So then the Constitution, where you can't tell on your husband or you can't tell on your wife, that right goes out the window. So women have declared that they are separate, not only from their husband, they're separate from their children too. I don't think you all understand what's coming. I don't think you all understand how cheering for independence to such a degree that now you're independent from your husband, and now you're independent from your family, you're independent from your children. How much that what stuff that you never thought about is now destroyed. So now the constitutional right not to compel testimony against your family members goes out of the window. So now you are alone. You have no rights. And your family now has no rights. Nobody has a right to protect you. This chat is funny. So she sued her husband, I guess ex-husband now, right? And she was awarded $1.7 million. I'm assuming that had she maybe she was under a prenup or whatever. She knew if she got a divorce, she wasn't going to get anything from him. Okay, so I have another one. Let me think of the story. Talks amongst yourself. Why am I eating this candy? Oh, I have a story. They discovered that whatever was human lived on the shore. And they were small. And they had a small brain. And it wasn't until they started applying animal parts, animal meat to fire to create cooking, and started eating animal meat more, that they got a much larger brain. Literally, they said like it expanded like 5 times. So, which is presented in the game by what's the game by Microsoft where you create a creature and your brain starts expanding every time at the end of each age, your brain starts expanding. That's how it was. So it wasn't until they started eating meat as a staple that the human brain got to its current size. Or so the scientists say. And then a guy was presenting it and says, "Oh, this will really tear the vegans and vegetarians apart." You know, because they keep saying, "Well, man survived with just vegetables." Well, you don't get man until man is already eating meat. So, there you go. And cooked meat at that. So all the raw people. Now, raw has two sides to it. There's raw vegetable people, and now there's raw meat people. Did you know that? Don't steal from Pewdiepie. I have to steal from Pewdiepie because YouTube is stealing from me. So I have to. Pewdiepie won't miss a couple of million people. Why am I eating this? Okay, here's the last candy. All gone. Here we go, meme couch. Gonna steal from Cinnamon Toastkin. He's not getting views anyway, so. And Jacksepticeye's burnt out. Did you know that? He did a tour because he was burnt out with YouTube. And I believe people are suing over it, saying that YouTube needs to do something because all the YouTubers are burning out because we YouTubers are producing the same quality content as people with thousands of people working on their videos, on TV, on movies. There are literally people who produce better movies than the actual ones you see in Hollywood, right here on YouTube. And what's horrible is the algorithm doesn't like the movie, or just doesn't pay attention to it. They don't see that the people are enjoying the movie, and so you'll get people who spent thousands of dollars creating this movie strictly for YouTube, and they have like 10,000 views. This is why I'm trying to keep my stuff, my expenses down. First of all, I don't have money to begin with, so Um, so the algorithm will pick and choose what they're going to do, and they literally could. It could be somebody who spent millions of dollars or thousands of dollars on creating a movie versus a kid who shows you toys. Hey kids, look, it's a new toy. Oh my god. Who spent almost $0 producing that video, but that video gets millions and millions and millions, billions of views. There are now kid toy review videos with billions of views. How cray is that? Versus the the movie producer people who literally are working out of their garage, produced a million that they spent thousands of dollars, scripts, video, cinematography, locations, everything, special effects, complete CGI, and got 10,000 views. And once the computer determines that you don't the views are stopping, it will stop your views. PewDiePie has said that. Jacksepticeye has said that. Markiplier said that. Cinnamon Toastkin has said that. We all noticed that after they will literally take you off of the search engine list. There's no reason that they need to do this, but they will take you off the search engine list and keep on stuff from 2, 3, 5, 6 years ago. So then you don't get residual watches on your stuff. The reason I have a video with 2 million views, 1 million views, 900,000 views is because it was kept on the search engine. And people enjoyed it after the limelight, which is 48 hours. So if you don't get views in 48 hours, now you don't get any views. It'll take you off the search engine. So you wonder why I have videos with 200 views on them? Because my audience is slanted towards older people. So older people have jobs and stuff like that. And so they say, I am going to wait till the weekend. And then you wait till the weekend and you don't see any videos of mine. Because you waited. And I was trying to tell people this 2 years ago. I said, when you say you're going to binge watch my videos, there's no videos to binge watch. So all of the videos that I just made of this week are all gone. You can't binge watch them. This isn't Netflix. So you can't do, this is why series don't work. Series don't work because nobody watches it. You need 50,000 people in 48 hours for anything to be successful on YouTube. It's over 10,000, but 50,000 is good. I don't even get 10,000. And I have a channel with 60,000 subscribers, supposedly. I believe what they did was they got rid of all of the all of the active subscribers. Yeah, this is why I'm having a Steel PewDiePie 9-year-old army today. So we can I can sit around and talk about dumb stuff and get out. So this is good. Has fiber, it's raisins, and it has tons of potassium, like 400 milligrams of potassium. All right, I got a mail story. One of the one of the horrible side effects of taking blood pressure medication is that it has a terrible side effect on men. It renders men, what's the word? Incompetent? Inconsistent? It's something. Do y'all understand? It's one of the side effects. There we go. Thank you, Milan. Okay. So, one of the things that people who talk about blood pressure talk about is you should supplement your diet with, like I said, potassium and magnesium. These are electrolytes. What are electrolytes? Just like it sounds, they are salts that help with the transfer of electricity in the body. That's all they do. So when you exercise and you sweat out all your salts, you need to replenish the salts so that your body can, your synapses can function and snap to each other. So I was afraid that my medication that I'm taking now would render me incompetent. So I expressed that concern to the doctor, and the doctor said, "I don't. You know what? Let's not concentrate on that. Let's get your blood pressure down. So keep taking this and see does your blood pressure come down, and then after we have kept you under observation for a couple of weeks, and we get your blood pressure down, then we can talk about that. Then we can talk about that. In the meantime, your boy Shakaama has all of these vitamins. A guy was sitting in my room the other day. He was like, all these vitamins, all this potassium. I think you have like 10 different types of potassium. And I was like, you know what? You're actually right. In fact, I have 5 types of potassium in this bottle. This one bottle. So that if their idea is that if you respond to a little bit to all of them, you will gain the benefit of all of them. Your boy also has a giant bottle of calcium, magnesium, and zinc. One of the things that the blood heart people say is make sure you get enough calcium in your diet. Well, I don't get calcium at all in my diet because I don't drink milk. I don't do cheese. Not that I don't do them. I don't regularly buy that stuff. So I don't have it in my diet. So I bought this. Well, if you take vitamins consistently, it will build up the vitamins and build up your vitamin levels in your body. Magnesium and zinc are one of the key builders in a man of what's called T. Testosterone. So, for the past week, I've been waking up like an 18-year-old. I was imagining telling this story, and I was going to do a levitation trick for you all for the No Nut November meme, which is being presented a lot online of men levitating, walking up on walls, and stuff like that. But my story is actually true. So taking the potassium and the magnesium and zinc. Because I'm taking the calcium, magnesium, zinc pill, and I take the maximum amount each time. So I've been waking up like, wait, what's going on? What's going on? I can't sleep on my stomach. What? Gold Eagle, you can't say this stuff. Oh my God, you're killing me. YouTube will come after me for you saying stuff like that. This whole thing is out of line. this whole chat room is out of line. And for those of you in the chat room who are younger than 18 and who don't understand what a 30-year-old is talking about, he's waking up as if he was an 18-year-old. You'll understand one day that past the age of 30, you you lose your slowly year by year your anyway. So I was having fantastic blood pressure. So yesterday my blood pressure was 120 over 70. So like the people in the office were literally cheering, and I was all like, "You all don't understand. This is worse. It's like a foreign object." And now that my heart doesn't have to work so hard and the blood vessels don't have to work so hard now, this is just gonna be. This is just gonna be. This is gonna make me pass out. I woke up the other morning. I was like, what? You women have no idea. I'm like this far off the bed. Okay, speaking of water, drinking water a lot. Let's have some music or something, because I have a Bible. I have to. Gold Eagle. I'm fine. I'm super fine. Hold on. I'm let's give me a thumbs up if you thought that was the funniest story you've. Oh, I know what I should do. How about if I don't get up from this chair in the 2 seconds, I'm gonna have something's gonna um I'm gonna here you go. Here you go. Right, I'll be right back. Oh. You're too smart. Are you coming? Come on. Crazy dog. Okay, go sit. Go. 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 Through my shadow, through the sun rays. All right, I'm back. Oh no. Okay. Okay, Gold Eagle, let me explain to you because apparently you need explanation. So, with my insurance, which apparently is fantastic, I go to physical therapy 3 times a week. So, let me explain to you. So, twice a week, it's a state of the art what do you call it? Aquatherapy. So I'm in a huge pool, little pool, sauna. What do you call it? Jacuzzi thing with jets spraying all over me. And I have a personal trainer, a physical therapist that sits with me and takes me through about 20 different exercises in the pool. When I'm not there, then I go to the gym side of the physical therapy place, and we do state of the art stuff in there with the bikes and the ellipticals and the balls and the heavy balls and and the weights and they apply a heat and the muscle training electrical shock patches all over my body. Yeah, so there's nothing that I am not already doing. So I was just thinking in the bathroom, I'm like, how did I gain weight? And it's probably I gained weight because I've been working out and I put on muscle, which is another thing that I did the last time when I was working out. And I kept going, oh, what am I getting heavier? But, well, I was lifting some weights. Gold Eagle, you can't curse in my chat. What is wrong with you? I'm listening. I like all music that has a positive. You know, let's talk about music. Can we talk about Beyonce hiring a beat person and then a bass person and a bass person and the beat person work together and then the orchestral thing and they come up with this fantastic music. And then here she comes out. Get up on it. Oh, you gotta get all work him. Oh, you gotta. Sluts. Come on. It's over. First of all, we've already heard that a million times. That's not new. Stop it. Oh, you go, Queen. Oh, Queen Bee, shut up. She's selling smut. Who listens to that? And hear the girls. Oh yeah, you go, girl. Oh, look at me. Just sit down. Nobody's interested. Put your clothes back on, or put some clothes on. And then, can I ask you a question? What color is what's her name? Cardi B. What is she? Is she black? Is she? What is she? And please don't give me she's mixed. The React channel had teens and young adults. They have that. Do you know this music? And then so the one guy was on there. He goes, "I've never heard this before." And then you're just going like, "You never heard?" He doesn't listen to smut music and pop music and all that sort of stuff. So a New Yorican. so she's one of those watered down black people. But she tries to hang out with as many black people as she possibly can at all times. She's penguin. What about the one girl? The one she was dating the guy from Saturday Night Live, and then they all got in there, and then he's gonna say, my romantic life is none of your business. Oh, be quiet. You walked around holding hands, smooching in public, and what do you mean it's none of our business? Had we not paid attention to you, you would have screamed at us. Why are you not paying attention to us? What is this baby stuff? I'm not 10 years old. You can't say baby to me and me hop to it. Nope. You can see all you want to right here. This is should tell you everything. Women have driven me crazy. That's not true. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No woman has done anything to me, which is what women always assume. This is, oh, you're bitter. Some woman must have hurt you. I've never had a bad relationship. I've never had a bad breakup. I've never left on bad terms. All the times that I broke up with a girlfriend, it was because I was leaving the country for good. So it was nice knowing you. Peace out. Gold Eagle. You have to be talk like a conservative dad in chat on YouTube. Come on now. I'm in my 30s, although I look 5,000 years old. But I probably have cortisol running through. This is why I'm this big. This big. It's cortisol. Cortisol, which is caused by stress, which makes you fat. And although I'm not that fat, this is the fattest I've ever been. I used to look like a true blue skeleton before. So those are the extremes. I either look like this or I look like a skeleton. You can see just none of this. It was just bones, 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 bones. That's for 90% of my life, that's how I was. Just bones. And I took some creatine and I puffed up for a while. And I would work out every day. For most of my life, I worked out. And I still looked like a skeleton. You could touch me and I would be hard as steel. It would be scary how completely solid my muscles were. However, I look like a skeleton. So, yeah, and I never used to eat sugar at all. Speaking of sugar, ooh doo doo boo boo. Have I got sugar for you? Sugar for days. Up out up oh. Sugar for days. Sugar for days. Oh. No, that's why you're fat now. No, none for you. I don't want a fat dog. So this is macadamia nuts, right? And this is just chocolate, right? What is this? Somebody donated. Here's 5. David. David, I'm gonna see 10 cents of that, and it's gonna be a month before I see it. It's in the info box. PayPal.me/Shakaama. Supposedly, these nuts are really good for you. Supposedly. So, does that mean I should eat about 50 of them, which I have sitting over there? Hey! You go sit. Sit! Supposedly nuts are fantastic for a heart. Do dogs have terrible eyesight? Oh, so I took a Excedrin because I could feel my back coming on here. What the? I bet I probably pay $1,000 every time I walk into that physical therapy place. The insurance lady called me, and I'm thinking she's gonna say, "You've run out of money," but no. She was screaming at me, "You need to go see the cardiologist." So I have to go see the cardiologist. Would you go sit down somewhere? Go sit. Go sit. So now my dog is a ninja and he dodges everything. The street business is going on next door, if you know what I mean. The street supermarket is next door. I do want to get rid of the sugar, and I was doing fine. He needs to pull up his pants. Do I sound like an old crotchety man? An old, what do you call it? The old angry man? Okay, so I was telling stories. What story did I leave off? I told the story of how I met my first girlfriend. Front row? I'm not going to be there at all. Oh, that's great. So what's the yellow stuff? I don't know what macadamia is. Are they from Hawaii only? Did everybody leave? Is it over? Is everybody getting bored? Should I stop? Should I stop the stream? Is everybody bored? I'll put out a poll of what time everybody wants me to stream tomorrow. Right after I took the medication so I could keep streaming. But I might stream a little bit. Gold Eagle. Why would you say something like that? I tell the jokes around here, okay? Like all my girlfriends, my first girlfriend chased me. my first girlfriend came after me, and I mean, she saw us, me and my friends and I, and we were just walking around the neighborhood. I lived, so it was apartment buildings surrounding a shopping center. So it was high, and I lived in the high rise. So apparently, I of course I lived in the Ritzy high rise. I went to her apartment to meet their family once, and their place was so tiny, and they had all of these people living there. So anyway, we were walking around the place, and my friends are up to no good. I didn't know this. Now thinking back, I understand that they were poor, so they couldn't just like stretch out their hand and get anything. So they would do stuff like go shoplifting, like shopping. And I didn't understand that. I said, "Why would you shoplift? That doesn't make that doesn't make any sense." What? You know, the rich kid who's not very smart. So why would you shoplift? That makes no sense. Just buy it. It's like what? $10? Come on. So we were walking around, and she started following us. And so then the leader of us was the biggest kid, the biggest and fattest. He wasn't that fat, but he was the biggest and fattest. Suggested that she kiss me. So I said, okay. So I turned to her. I'm expecting something like this. And she went full on French. This is in France, by the way, in Paris. Hey, come here. Come here. Sit. 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 I didn't get you anything. Just sit down. Calm down. So anyway, so they suggested we kiss, and she goes, let me make sure everything's nice and clean. She went, bah! I was like, oh my God, what the hell? What the hell? Why are you sticking your tongue in my mouth? Why are you sticking your tongue in my mouth? That was the first time I'd ever been kissed. I'd ever known kissing. So I was the inexperienced boyfriend. And so she was like, no, come here. And so when we came back up for air, everybody was gone. It was just me and her. She and I. Me and she. And I was like, where's it? And from that point on, that's all we did was kiss. Just kiss, 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 a lot of kissing. And I would go to visit my friends with her, and she would kiss me. And it was uncomfortable for anybody around us. So I quickly started understanding that, and so I would kiss for about 5 minutes, look up, I'd be like, okay, we need to go because these people are like, what are y'all doing? And some of the older girls who I would never, who are too old, what are you doing? Chill out. It's okay. Dogs bark, you know. They're not saying anything. Do you understand them? Do you speak dog? Is it a language? Hey, Anubis. Is it a language? What is it? You're going to speak to me one of these days. I'm going to teach you how to talk like these dogs on YouTube. Can you talk to me? Say, I want to go outside. What did Gold Eagle say? Oh, okay. So, yeah. And that was my first girlfriend. The next one was in boarding schools. We didn't kiss that much because we were in boarding school and we were watched by all of the chaperones. Even when we went to dance, they were like, "Oh no, arms length out, arms length out." And let's see here. I went to Africa. Oh, Africa. I went to Morocco, and my mother said, "No, no girlfriend. No girlfriend here. Because if you do anything, you have to stay here and convert to Islam. So no girlfriend here. Not don't even look at girls." Okay. So there was that. Then I went to another boarding school, and I had the hottest girlfriend of all time there. Another one, we couldn't do anything. Then I went to the next one was in college, and she was crazy. And I don't mean just a little bit crazy. I mean full on crazy. Full on crazy, and she didn't want to hold hands. She didn't want to. She didn't want to nothing. But she wanted. But she. So we were boyfriend girlfriend, but she didn't want to do anything. She didn't. And when she was introducing herself in class, she started crying and telling her life story, and I was like, oh, "She's so pretty," and my friends were like, "She's so." Are you listening? I said, yeah, but she's so pretty. You know that hot crazy chart? The guy who does the hot crazy chart? Oh my, I was like, she's so beautiful. And they were like, she is so crazy. Oh, there you have it. I mean, she was a lunatic. It was terrible. It was awful. Oh, these people with their music. Let's see here. Can I drown it out with let's see here. Here we go. Thank God they do that. What is it? This is copyright free music, so we have that. So all of them. Is that too loud? All right. All right. So I think we'll stop since there's 0 responses from anybody now. And it's been 2 hours. So I downloaded some new stuff, so I may try and play some games or talk on Twitch and YouTube. I'm gonna try and get that going here in a few minutes. So we're gonna end this one, but I may in fact come back with another one with on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So we're learning more stuff as we go on, as I talk to other YouTubers.